What is up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy James Eeks back once again with Alca for our team building series, and this is episode 10. So thank you guys for watching all the way up to the double-digit episodes. Pretty cool. So Alca, hello. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Just chilling.
Good to hear. Good to hear. So yeah, guys, this is episode 10, and we just did 2 battle episodes in a row. So we are going to be hopping back into the builder this episode because, as you guys can see in our battle episodes, if you haven't watched those are episodes 8 and 9, so do check those out. But we were definitely having trouble with rotom-Wash still. You know, of course Raichu is great against rotom-Wash while the lightning rod is up, but I mean, he can get those, he can get an nasty plot up. The max geyser is just going to take out Raichu in one hit, easy clap. And then he can just kind of do what he wants to Gyarados. So it's still a bit of a hard matchup. And then Conkeldur's been a bit of an issue too. You know, when Raichu is done for, he's got, you know, Thunder Punch or Max Lightning to hit Gyarados. And then, you know, the fighting moves for T-Tar and Duraludon. So that's been a bit of an issue too. And then Excadrill, which normally me and Alca kind of agree that Gyarados is actually pretty solid against. This team in particular just has literally 4 ground weeks. So it's making that Excadrill matchup like that much harder. So those are the things we want to watch out for today in this episode. So rotom-Wash, Conk, and Excadrill. Those are the guys that we're a bit scared of. So yeah, that's what we're going to be talking about today. And I guess I should kick it off. And I actually had the idea of Rotom Cut. And so I'm actually a bit surprised that we never came up with it before. I think there had to have been a reason why. I mean, there's just...
Yeah, no, I think I took it up, but then we decided that we'd be kind of annoying with lightning rod and stuff.
Yeah.
Having, lightning type, I guess, but I don't think it's that much of a problem, really.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that is the reason we were like, oh, lightning rod, we don't want to force ourselves to run discharge. But it's just Rotom cuts matchups against the Pokemon that are really annoying. So rotom-Wash, that does great against. It resists both water and electric. And then Excadrill, you know, maybe he can hit us with Mold Breaker, but we resist, we're at least neutral to the ground attack and then resist steel. So that's really nice. And then the Conkeldurr matchup is relatively neutral, actually. I mean, maybe we get a nasty plot up and we're looking pretty good, but it really will help against the rotom-Wash. So I think trying out Rotom Cut is pretty good, and it does give us a ground immunity, which is very cool. So, Alca, if we were to throw on Rotom-Wash, I guess we gotta start thinking of who looks like the weakest link here.
Yeah, that's I mean, I feel like every part of this team has a role to play, I guess. So it's really hard to remove something, but
yeah.
If we had to remove something, I guess Arcanine maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I was personally thinking the same thing in Arcanine. Like, Intimidate is great for helping out Gyarados, but I think it's just a little bit of low power, I guess, because, you know, Indeedee's support, Raichu's support, and then Arcanine just... Heat Wave is, like, Arcanine's lowest damage attack, so, like, we could try something else, but... We could even, if we really would need that Intimidate and want that Intimidate, you know, offensive Arcanine still has that Intimidate. So, like, we could even try a more offensive Arcanine, potentially. And then we've got, you know, that...
Yeah, we could do the choice band stuff. So, yeah, I mean, I think, if you had to choose something, it would be Arcanine. Because, what you said, it's the damage isn't always that great and stuff. But, we could alternatively try a more offensive Arcanine.
Yeah, because, I don't want to get rid of Tyranitar on paper here. It's just, I'm looking right here at my notes, guys, of, you know, when we did our, literally, I think it was episode 1, where we went and said what we were weak to, and strong against. I'm going to bring it over here. It's a bit small, but, Pokemon Gyarados weak to, we said Dragapult, Tyranitar, Rhyperior, Duraludon, Dusclops, and Gastrodon. And Tyranitar is great against Dragapult. I'd argue Tyranitar is the best mon in the game against Dragapult. And then
one of them at least.
Yeah, one of them. It's like Togekiss and Tyranitar, probably. But then there's Dragapult, Dusclops, and I guess it's not too good against Rhyperior or Duraludon.
No, I guess.
Neutral against Gastrodon. So, I mean, I guess we could look... into Tyranitar. I mean, the Sand and the Sash is also a bit interesting. But a team that I was running on stream had like Ninetales Aurora Veil, and that was just really good. It just let me like set up stuff. So like, I'm wondering if screens could ever be here, like a Grimmsnarl or even like a Meowstic, I guess. But I don't know. It's just more low. It's just more low.
Yeah, that's
tempo
what
stuff.
I'm thinking as well. Like it's hard to fit all the support things we want because like we already have to use Raichu obviously, and that will really limit our like support options a bit. I guess I mean we could like run light screen on Raichu, I guess, but
yeah,
I don't know. It's yeah, we'll find out. But
I mean, running a screen on Raichu does sound pretty cool because as we kind of figured out, Grass Knot just isn't too good. Like we can't hit Rhyperior when he's Dynamax.
It doesn't. Yeah, no. Okay, yeah.
And then it only has a base power of 20 against rotom-Wash, for example.
Yeah.
So like, I guess we could try and throw on a screen on Raichu. I think that sounds like a really cool move, actually. So
yeah, we don't. It doesn't get reflect, right? It's only light screen, right?
That's what I was actually gonna check, but he actually does get both.
Cool. But he just gets both. Okay. Yeah.
I thought he only got light screen too, but.
Yeah. What do you think is better then?
Well, I guess it might depend on if we keep Arcanine or not.
Yeah, okay. If we keep Arcanine, light screen might be better, I guess.
Yeah, because I think if we have an Intimidator, it's more well-rounded to have the light screen. But
yeah,
man, light screen with how bulky our Gyarados is sounds pretty hype.
That sounds pretty cool, yeah.
Okay, so I'm actually down to throw this on. Let's throw on light screen for now. But because once again, we never really used Grass Knot, and these three moves are staples on Raichu. So
yeah,
light screen sounds cool.
Actually, let's just straight away just make our Arcanine more offensive, actually, because right now it's just not cutting it with the damage, I think.
Okay.
And
yeah.
You put on a choice band, that's probably good, and like normal choice band movesets.
Yeah, I agree. And probably extreme speed, even though we have Indeedee. If that does become a problem, we'll address it, but don't think that should be an issue. Okay, so I mean, just a max attack offensive arc. So now we have a physical Arcanine, a physical Gyarados, Raichu special, Indeedee special, Durludon special, and then T-Tar is that mixed set. So now that Arcanine is like more physical, it makes me like the special T-Tar a little bit more. But I guess, how do you think the special Tar has been going? I personally don't. How we just talked about how we kind of have that how we kind of have a weakness to Excadrill because of all the ground types.
Yeah.
I just think that this Tyranitar is particularly like weak in the mirror match.
Yeah, I suppose it would be nice to have a fighting move. Oh yeah, sorry. I think we can just try a normal variant, more physical one. If you want to do that. Yep.
To be honest, I'm down to try a physical one. I don't think like it's really gonna hamper us too bad if we have 3 physical mons. So
yeah, no, maybe not.
Let's give it a try. And so we currently are weakness policy. You think us keeping that is probably for the best?
Yeah, I don't see why we shouldn't keep it that way, to be honest.
Yeah, because I mean we've got light screen now, and we do have an intimidate, so like we could afford to go a really fast weakness policy Tar if we did want to.
Yeah, do you want like max speed, or what are you thinking?
I mean being faster is really cool. 124. We kind of talked about how that synergizes with Durludon nicely, but I don't know. It's just like really max attack, max speed T-Tar sounds a bit interesting. I don't know how good it would actually be.
Yeah, I know people run that with like Sash and stuff, so I guess that makes sense. But I don't know if it makes that much sense with weakness policy, I guess. But I guess we could like run max speed, and if you want to run max speed, I guess we could run like max speed with some defense investment and cut on the attack because we already have weakness policy.
Yeah, I'm down for that. I'm gonna check what people use on Peak Lyrics. I never copy these. It's just I want to see how much speed most people are running. Adamant 20.
I think like 44 speed investment is like the usual. What I see the most.
It's like I see 68, and then there's a few 252s, and like it's actually a hefty amount of 250. Well, these are like 1%, just because there's so many different spreads people run on T-Tar.
So 68 is the most normal one.
Yes, it's looking like Adamant 68.
Okay, cool. So I guess if you want like only, I don't know, like what do you want to outspeed with T-Tar here again?
So Adamant 68 hits 90, which means under Tailwind it hits 180. So that's what kind of people are aiming for. We don't exactly
Yeah.
have Tailwind, but we do have max Airstream. So I mean, we could go up to like
We could have like how much did we need to outspeed Excadrill again?
Excadrill at +1.
+1, yeah.
Let me check. I got my phone out here. I'm
I think
just
it
using it
was
as a
yeah, okay,
calculator.
cool. I think it
107.
was like 180 or something. 107.
107 outspeeds it safely, actually. So 104. Let's try 1 times 5 is 156. I think that's the exact amount to outspeed it.
Yeah, that sounds.
I hate
Yeah,
that
no way.
I hate that the default set is an adamant choice of hand.
Yeah, that's so weird, actually.
No one uses that shit. Okay, 154. So yeah, let's try 103 speed. That hits 154. So we would need to be 104 speed.
Yeah, I mean, we could try and go for that.
Yeah.
I mean, we're gonna be faster than like a lot of T-Tars and obviously that Excadrill with +1, so that's cool.
Yeah, we won't be faster than Duraludon, but like this synergy doesn't come up that often, so I don't think it's a big deal. The like
Yeah,
max darkness.
yeah.
And then, you know, we could go to 107 to outspeed Dragapult at +2, but it's just like, I don't know, I don't think it's
How
worth it.
often are we gonna be at +2 anyways with the
Yeah.
T-Tar? So.
Exactly. Answer is not too often, so I guess we'll just throw this in bulk. No, do we need max attack? That seems like a bit.
No, I don't think so. We need the bump, I guess, when it goes
It's
2.
pretty low. It's 36, I believe.
Oh, it's already
No, it's
36?
44.
Okay.
It's 44.
44, yeah. I mean,
That's
we could
just
do it
pretty low.
more, I guess.
I honestly like the idea of being like really high attack just because it like gets us through Intimidate that much easier, but
Yeah. Well, yeah, I guess. But
we could try max attack if we
I guess with
don't-
like, yeah,
if we don't like the Volk, we can just come back, I guess.
yeah. If we feel it's just way too
Mhm.
squishy, we can change it.
Okay. And so with these changes, like we still kind of want that Rotom cut somewhere. Like Duraludon is definitely the weakest member of the
Yeah.
team, but like he serves the role of our counter Trick Room, you know.
Do you like the Indeedee get like taunt or something?
Indeedee, I think male Indeedee does, but that would be
Yeah,
pretty cool. Man, if Raichu got taunt, that'd be what's up, dude.
that'd be cool. Yeah, that'd be really cool.
Okay, let's check female. I'm almost positive it doesn't. I've never gotten taunted
Yeah,
on one of
probably
these
not.
guys.
Yeah,
It would be
no.
great in the mirror. So, no taunt here. So, okay,
Yeah.
let's say we take Duraludon off. What would be our play against Trigger? We could, like, lead Raichu, click Light Screen, and Dragon Dance with Gyarados.
Yeah, I mean we could, I suppose. But like, what are we gonna do against Red Period? He's gonna kill us.
Yeah, I mean, Arcanine is not a good switch into Rhyperior, that's for sure.
No, like I guess.
That's, like, once again where Rotom Cut.
Yeah, like Rotom-Wash, Rotom Cut. I mean, yeah, whatever. It's
They're the
should be good
same.
Yeah.
You say whichever one you want, champ.
there. I will.
So yeah, I mean now we've gotta figure out how we're really gonna fit Rotom onto here because I don't know, we've got all these ground weaknesses. So yeah, what we were just talking about was if we took Duraludon off, what would be our Trick Room kind of answer? And it would almost be like click Light Screen with Raichu or try and get some Intimidates and then try to set up with either Gyarados or Rotom. But like
Yeah.
Rotom's gonna have trouble with like a Torkoal coming in,
It
and
does.
then everyone else is gonna have trouble with Rhyperior coming in.
Yeah. It's hard, man. It's really
Yeah.
hard.
So I mean, that's where like a more defensive Arcanine would help. So it's
Like you wouldn't even make. Like Arcanine can't even take like a max rock fall, even though Red Period is intimidated, unless you run like crazy amounts of bulk.
Yeah.
But
I mean, let's check how much bulk that is. Yeah, I mean, you could do it without Impish, but it would take for the 6.3% chance to KO.
How much?
188, 252.
180. That's just way too much. So,
Yeah, I mean, you
know.
wouldn't even be able to outspeed like Jolly
You wouldn't-
Excadrill,
yeah. No.
which,
That really sucks.
yeah, for sure. But
I guess Incineroar,
having
Could be
Insane
nice.
over Arc.
Arcanine, because Incineroar can like take those hits easily. Compared to
I mean,
Arcanine.
it's true. Fake Out helps Gyarados, and then Parting Shot is great for like Tricker matchups. We could even have Taunt on Incineroar.
We can actually, yeah.
So the only like mix-up or weird thing there, I guess, is like Fake Out with Indeedee, but I mean that hasn't really been an issue.
No,
And Incineroar's still like an amazing mod, even if he can't fake out, he'll just come in, intimidate, he'll parting shot out, or...
Yeah, it's amazing. And then, yeah, those physical hits, he can take it so much better than Arcanine can because of like increased bulk.
Well, I mean, I'm down to try Incineroar. It sounds like a good option. The dark
like, the only thing is that like the only thing I'm not too fond of is like we lose even more to Excadrill. But if you take out like Duraludon and put in Rotom, it will help, I suppose.
Yeah. I kind of like this. And then like Duraludon has been very underwhelming, so I don't feel too
Rotom is just so much more practical, I think.
What was that?
No, I think just Rotom is just more useful in a lot of situations, and like I feel like Duraludon just needs to be Dynamaxed and to be useful a lot of the time. So
I feel like that too. This looks pretty solid. I mean, we've got the Fire, Water, Grass Core, which, you know, is always nice. And they're all bulky.
Nice to have.
They're all bulky, so it's like very defensive, switching, a nice defensive core. And then that makes like this really strong offensive Tyranitar even sexier, if you will, to the team.
Yeah, true. What do you think about like the Rotom set? Do you think like, I think max speed is nice for Rotom. So you outspeed like other, like most rotom-Washes at least.
Yeah, it's.
I think it is.
I've personally
like,
never
or not max speed, but like a lot of speed at least.
Yeah, I've personally never ran a max speed Rotom. I just feel like.
Yeah, I mean you don't need max speed, but I think you want at least like some speed.
Yeah, I'm down to be a very fast Rotom for sure. But so what about? Should we be Nasty Plot? I kind of feel like we should.
Yeah.
Like I feel like this team is very setup oriented. So. The last slot, this is where people like to run Ally Switch on Rotom, but I'd say our moves we should think of are Protect. Yeah, it's like Protect, Ally Switch, Will-O-Wisp, or Dark Pulse. What do you feel about any of those? I guess we already have two Dark types. I guess Dark Pulse is a bit overkill.
I Protect personally for Rotom.
Yeah, because I mean, once again, we want to keep our damage up, and like our big damage dealers are Gyarados, Titar, and Rotom, so it's like Protect helps us, you know, get into the positions with our support guys. So I think I like Protect as well.
We could do like Will-O-Wisp, but I just think I just like Protect and Rotom.
Yeah, I agree. And so we sorry, I was shuffling through our items, and like, so we don't have a Life Orb taken, so that's like an option we could give. But it also, our longevity goes down a little bit, but our Citrus Berry is taken. So it would either have to be a Pinch Berry or we go like super offensive with Life Orb.
Yeah, I guess we could like do Life Orb, super offensive. I guess we don't need Nasty Plus as much in that case. I'm just thinking out loud now. I don't know. But,
yeah, no, I get what you're saying. Like, you can just kind of go straight on the offensive if you don't have a Nasty Plot. But I would say
just the Will-O-Wisp instead or something. But yeah, whatever.
I mean, we could even go Dark Pulse at that point, because then it's like when you Dynamax, it's like hitting with Max Darkness, dropping the special defense is cool.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, I mean, the cool thing about Rotom is it's very experimental. But I think we should try and do Life Orb. While it makes us, you know, relatively... you know, squishy, you know, we're doing damage to ourselves. I think our team actually needs like a very high damage source, so Rotom's gonna be good for that.
Yep.
And if it can get like max, you know, airstream boosts from Gyarados, it'll be that much more threatening too. So I like that. I like that. So let's try and fit Life Orb on here. So the moves that we're not 100% sure on are if we want Nasty Plot or not. And so people usually run, I was going to say Max Phantasm, but like, I mean, people usually run Dark Pulse. Max Phantasm would support the team, but Rotom should be supporting itself, I think, if it's Dynamaxing. Sorry, say it again. You cut out.
For Max Phantasm, what like Shadow Ball, or what are you thinking?
Yeah, it would definitely be Shadow Ball. But I don't know. Rotom surprisingly doesn't get that many moves when you get down to it.
Shadow Ball?
Do you have yeah, I guess Shadow Ball.
Okay, cool.
It'll be down there somewhere, but I mean, Discharge is cool. If we had a ground type, I would actually look into Discharge pretty hard. We do have screens, but we're a more offensive one, so.
Discharge is cool, I guess.
Discharge is cool, but there's nothing we can discharge next to except Raichu. So I think we should probably forego that. so I was thinking on Indeedee, like how amazing do you think Protect has been? Like if we had heal pulse for these like setup mons, it would be kind of crazy.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, we can try heal pulse if you want to.
It's just if we do have this heavy setup team, it looks that much better. Let's keep that. Let's put that in our notes. You know, where we always like to, you know, take notes on what we want to pay attention to in our next battle sesh. I'm down to look for heal pulse over. Let's do protect.
Cool.
On Indeedee. So that'll just be something we'll look out for. And then Rotom. What set do you want to try out first? What do you think sounds the best to you?
We can just try the super offensive life orbs stuff and see how it goes.
I guess I meant with Nasty Plot.
Oh, like right after gaze, I'm thinking it would be cool to have like Dark Pulse or something.
Okay, I'm down to try Dark Pulse.
But
Okay,
we can do Nasty Plot as well. Like I'm not really sure.
Okay, so I'm gonna put in our little notes here, Nasty Plot over Dark Pulse, so that'll be something that we'll watch out for as well. Tyranitar, the spread, we'll look up more bulk / less speed, question mark. And then Raichu, we'll look at, has light screen been useful? And then, so this is good. I think this will really set us up for our next battle sesh. Is having like all these good points, because I think right now I think we just made our ground weakness that much better, because you know we still have like we just replaced Arcanine for Incineroar. They're both weak to ground, you know, but Incineroar is like way bulkier, so I am confident Incineroar can take that hit and then heal back up with the Pinch Berry or whatnot.
Yeah.
And, chances are Incineroar can get more Intimidates off than Arcanine. It's just...
True.
Maybe Arcanine's faster or whatever, but... I don't think we were even Will-O-Wisping, like, super often. I kind of just think Arcanine...
Yeah, no, we weren't really.
Yeah, Arcanine did feel like the weakest link of the team. I honestly would argue Incineroar is more offensive than Arcanine, too. Like, 115 attack.
Yeah, it actually is in a way.
Yeah, it's like... Yeah, like... Arcanine, it's kind of harder to win the game with your Arcanine, but like Incineroar can like close out those games by itself with its offensive pressure. I think the very safe amount we should go is at least I believe it's 244.82. That guarantees that you survive Durant, Max Rockfall, or Max Quake at -1.
Yeah, for a period, I think we need at least 92.
Okay. Yeah, so the rock slide, you have to be 84, so you take that. So yeah, let's check Rhyperior. That is just as important, if not more important. Yeah, so look, this one takes us out. So I mean, let's say we go up to max HP and then 92. Yeah, so we might as well be 252.92. All right, so we'll throw in 252.92. I think that's a very safe bulk investment, and then like we still have 164 EVs, which is honestly a lot.
Definitely.
This is kind of where people debate on how much special defense versus speed they're gonna go. Because I mean, the 4 usually drops into attack. I don't think we get any more than that.
I mean, I have a Incineroar that I run pretty much like every time, and it's pretty like similar to this one. Because I run like 92 or 100 defense usually, and 4 attack, max HP, and like 28 or 36 speed, and the rest is special defense, so like Lapras and Rotom stuff.
Okay, cool. And it's careful nature, I take it?
Yeah, careful.
Okay, cool. I'm down to try this. So 36 isn't amazingly fast, but let's see how it lines up with the rest of our team. Okay, so yeah, it'll be the slowest thing on our team, and there's no weird speed. Like I was thinking like Tyranitar is 61 and Incineroar is 60, but our Tyranitar is so fast that they're not going to be having any problems. So now, I guess, what are you thinking between the option of... like, we actually have an AV open, but I was initially thinking Pinchberry probably sounds better.
Yeah, probably. And, I like Pinchberry.
Like, if we were Assault Fest, I think we could definitely change this EV spread, like, drop some special defense and go faster.
I also... I remember I ran a Assault Fest set that could, like, KO Dragapult with a Darkest Lariat, which was like really cool. And you only needed 4 special defense to like survive all the same stuff that this one could.
Okay.
So
we could think about that. It's just we're giving up Parting Shot, which we are like a setup oriented team. So how about we
We'll
keep
do
that
that
in mind?
for
Let's
part
add that to the notes here.
Yep.
Incineroar, AV / no parting shot. Okay, cool. So let's try out Pinchberry. I always go with a Guave. I don't know why.
Yeah,
that's the James thing. Because
Yeah,
mine
I
is
like
special
Guave as well.
defense. Like if you're Mago Berry, it tells them you're not like brave. Like you don't want to give them any information. Like
Yeah,
obviously,
no. I
like
always think like the Agua better looks better, man. Like the green color.
yeah, with those little yellow ridges, it looks pretty
good,
tasty. So I think we should have Flare Blitz for sure. I think that's just a move we need. And then Fake Out and Parting Shot. I think Parting Shot works amazingly well with this kind of setup-oriented team.
Yeah.
So now the last move comes into play where, we could just throw the Dark move on and call it a day, but let's just
taunt,
see if anything looks pretty attractive to us. Oh yeah, we were talking about Taunt.
Mm-hmm.
So Taunt's kind of cool. Do we even need a Dark move that badly?
I guess we if you have Dark Pulse on Rotom and we have Crunch on Tyranitar, I don't think Incineroar is so useless against Dragapult. Without the Dark move, of course. But
yeah.
That's the only thing I can think of that's really, really necessary to have a Dark move for.
I mean, dude, Taunt sounds really nice, but the Dragapult matchup does look pretty poor. Like Tyranitar is great. Gyarados is not amazing. And Rotom's not. I guess Rotom with Dark Pulse is a lot better, to be fair.
Yeah, it's okay, but in that case we would need to max it a lot of the time because it's just gonna kill us in one hit.
Yeah, if he's Dynamax like Phantasm or something, he's gonna pop us.
He's gonna destroy us.
Okay, so I guess let's not get too cheeky and let's throw on a move here. So I guess let's decide between Darkest Lair and Throat Chop. I think if you're a really, really fast Incineroar, Throat Chop is better, but we're not crazy fast, so I kind of like Darkest Lair.
Yeah, most Primarinas are gonna be faster than us, I would assume.
Yeah. So okay, let's go with this then. We're a bulky, this is a very standard, good Incineroar set.
Yep.
And then so guys, I think that's gonna be all the changes for this episode. So let's go over what we did. So obviously we switched out Arcanine for this Incineroar. Now, what Incineroar can do over Arcanine is he's obviously way slower, and we don't have that option of a fast Will-O-Wisp or a fast Snarl. But the thing is we have another Fake Out, which is always great. We are way bulkier, and we also have Intimidate, same thing. And but the really cool things are, once again, Fake Out, which I just said, and then Snarl lowers their special attack by 1, right? Well, Parting Shot lowers their special attack by 1, and it switches us out, getting more, initiative and stuff, and that is really great for this setup-oriented team of, Dragon Dance Gyarados. So Incineroar's looking great. We've got the Pinchberry. We EV'd it so we can survive Durant, Max Rockfall, or Max Quake at -1, and then Rhyperior, Max Quake, Max Rockfall at -1. So we switched Duraludon out. Duraludon was definitely the weakest link in my opinion. We had him on there because we really wanted the option to stop Trick Room with Dragon Tail, which was cool. But I don't know. It was just it wasn't even working.
It's been annoying me all this time. I've never been a fan of it since the start, to be honest. And
yeah,
I think it's just so squishy and it doesn't do enough damage. Either we have to invest a lot of things into defenses, and then suddenly it doesn't do as much damage, and we have to choose between defense or damage. And yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I don't think it's been too good, and it's not really fast enough either to be that threatening. So
yeah. I agree. It's just Duraludon, the really offensive Duraludon, the life orb, max special attack, max speed. It works great when you're supported by something with Follow Me or mostly Whimsicott, right?
Yeah.
Whimsicott speeds it up. It Fake Tears, gets those KOs. Because Duraludon almost lives by the motto of a good offense is a good defense, where he'll just kill you before you can hit him. It's well, I didn't take damage because you're fucking dead. So with the Assault Vest Duraludon on this team, it just wasn't we only have about 3 to 4 big damage slots when we've got Raichu and Indeedee, and he wasn't carrying his weight,
Definitely not.
So we switched him out for Rotom Cut, and or Rotom-O, whatever you want to say. But Rotom Rotom helps against Gastrodon, who wasn't exactly a huge issue, but it just makes it that much easier. The real contenders are, it's going to help a lot against Excadrill, and it's going to help a lot against Rotom-Wash. So I love patching up those matchups. I think Rotom-Wash has been the most annoying Pokemon we've played against.
Yeah, and it's everywhere as well, so it's nice to have something we can count on to just destroy it. So
yeah. I'm kind of surprised Mo has kind of dropped off. Like, I get that Incineroar is really annoying. You know, he just takes a big hit and he flare blitzes you. But I think with our own Incineroar, with Tyranitar and Gyarados both being able to threaten Incineroar, is like, I think we're going to be able to make Rotom kind of shine here. And then Indeedee is the same, but we're going to be watching out for how important Protect is and if we might want to run a Heal Pulse. Like, Heal Pulse keeping up, you know, our Dragon Dance Gyarados, our really fast offensive Tyranitar. Keeping those alive sounds really good on this defensive core. But obviously Protect is an amazing item. I mean, excuse me, amazing move. And I think we do need Psychic and Follow Me at least. At least those are like 100%. Helping Hand's like a 80%, sure. And Protect is like a 75%. So Protect's gonna be first on the chopping block.
We'll find out.
Yeah, if we love Protect, maybe we'll see how much we've been using Helping Hand and whatnot. But yeah. And then so another thing we changed was Tyranitar, guys. He used to be the max speed special variant with Dark Pulse, Earth Power, and Rock Slide. But we kind of realized that, especially since we're dropping Duraludon, you know, the max darkness dropping the special defense was kind of a synergy there. But our Rotom is going to be way faster than Tyranitar, so we're not going to be able to really have that synergy. And it just wasn't some synergy that was going off all the time. Maybe it went off like once or twice. So yeah. I like the fact that we are very fast. We looked up the speeds that everybody's running on their T-Tars, and it was almost always like anywhere between 4 and 68 speed or max speed. So I mean, this will, like, these kind of speeds are cool because it's like, I know that I'll outspeed all the slow ones, and I know that I won't outspeed all the fast ones. So like, while it's like, okay, well, you know you're going to get outsped in certain situations, it's just good because, like, I can play with the best information knowing that they're faster than me, if that makes sense. Like, when it's not like guessing games or risk analysis, it's better when you just know what's going on. So I actually like this speed tier. And then Gyarados has remained unchanged. He's got the 3 attacks, Dragon Dance, Bulky, Citrus Berry, which I've been enjoying. It's cool. But then Raichu, we realized Grass Knot doesn't affect Dynamax because of weight moves. We knew that. We just thought it would be still pretty nice. And then rotom-Wash, it only does 20 base power. So we're actually going to try out Light Screen, which I think is a super cool move, actually. It's going to help. Like, even after Raichu's gone, it's going to help Gyarados take those electric attacks a little better, which is cool. And it's just something for Raichu to do, if that makes sense. Like, sometimes, you know, Thunderbolt's not going to do a whole lot. You've already nuzzled some stuff, or it's some ground types. Like, I think it's pretty cool. I think moves we could look out for instead are maybe even Reflect instead of Light Screen, or Encore. So we're going to keep those in our mind. But, guys, I think that's going to do it for us today. Alca, how do you think this team is shaping up? I think this is the best looking iteration we've ever had.
Yeah, I mean, right off the gate, it looks very good. We have the nice type coverage, and we have like a bunch of at least theoretical answers for stuff. So I'm thinking right now it looks good. So let's see how it goes.
Yeah. Another thing, a little last tidbit is we took a lot of notes on things that we want to look for, like if we want Nasty Plot or this, if we want more bulk on Tyranitar or no, or if Light Screen's good, if AV. It might be better on Incineroar. We have a lot of like options still in just these 6 months. Like, I think these 6 mons look great, and I think that we can like kind of tailor the team to become what we want it to become, just because we have the option to change lots of things. All these Pokemon are very versatile. There's certain Pokemon, you know, that just aren't very versatile at all. You know, like Barraskewda is gonna be like 3 attacks protect or something, or like Excadrill is gonna either be Swords Dance or, you know, 3 attacks protect, most likely, right? But like Incineroar can be a bunch of things, T-Tar a bunch of things, Gyarados a bunch of things. Rotom can be like 2 or 3 or 4 things. So it's like, it's cool. I like these options we've got. Well, guys, that is gonna do it from us. Thank you so much for watching this series. I really appreciate it. This is really cool that we hit the double-digit mark, episode 10, which is really cool. We've been putting in a lot of work here. You know, this series may be long, the episodes may be long, but this series is something that I wanted to make where it's like we really are in depth and you can see literally every single step of the team building process. So I hope you guys have appreciated that and you guys are getting, you know, fulfillment and edutainment out of that. So, guys, that's going to do it from us. Make sure to obliterate that like button.
Destroy it, guys. Yeah, you know what to do. Just come on, get into that.
Absolutely destroy it. But guys, that'll do it from us, and we'll see you guys next time in episode 11. We're gonna be playing some more battles. So, with that, we say peace.